Sorry, guys.
But anything I get?
Oh, wow. I swear to God, the Viz booth just keeps getting bigger and bigger. They really have a nice display, too. Dragon Ball is still freaking popular after all this time. I don't think it'll ever be topped. Honestly, Akira Toriyama did not know what he was making when he created this series. Just crazy. It is definitely one of the first companies to really make it big in anime. It doesn't hurt that one of their parent companies was Kodansha. And they had a direct line to a whole library of manga. It just goes to show you, you only get big if you are connected to somebody. Well, that's not entirely true, but it is 90% of the time. So, Wilson is here. Wilson? That's interesting. Okay, they got an official Star Wars football. That is neat.
Let's write this down.
Are you guys laser etching these? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, that is wicked.
Yeah. So this is already lightly lasered.
Yeah, I can see that.
We're personalizing. We put your name, Comic-Con 2018. We're doing it right here on site. It takes about 2 minutes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But not the.
We can do this one as well. We would just do it on this side.
That is cool.
And then with you and the second line.
How much is that one though?
This one's 80.
Okay.
And these ones are 100. That's taxi personalization included. And then we have the keychains. We're not personalizing them, but they're 15, and that's all leather as well. Same leather as the NFL football.
That is so great. Wow. Anivos, and last year they had a lot of good offerings for helmets for the Star Wars line, and they look awesome. But what caught David and my attention actually right now is this. It's a Star Trek studio scale miniature, $9,000. But look at the detailing on this thing. It's got all the running lights. This is just insane. Look, you can see the pulsating of the actual nacelles. That's amazing. It's kind of like a mashup. It's the NCC 1701, but it's like a reimagining of it. Because the NCC 1701 definitely didn't look like this. But it is a beautiful rendition.
It's Thursday. I know, it's a light day, so it's not sunny. Every day gets worse.
Yeah.
Very detailed.
Guys, I'm sure I'll be around.
Yeah, definitely.
Just awesome. If you think that's awesome, they actually do have a version of Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah, but it's not different than wearing my full doctor outfit.
Now,
It's better.
I'm not really a big fan of Discovery. I like the series, it's okay, but man, when you look at the model the way it is right now, it's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I wasn't a big fan of the design of the Discovery, but you know, looking at it now, you can see the Star Wars influences. But I love the running lights. The running lights and the nacelle lights, they really make this piece shine. It's pretty amazing. Now, they've actually taken the cover off of this nacelle. You can actually see the warp drive. And you can see the pulsating of the lights, too. It's actually really cool. The nacelles are usually covered up like that. This is awesome. Very cool stuff. And then here's the USS Shinzo, sorry. The USS Shinzo. I don't even know what this is from, but it's a pretty cool design. That is very cool. Yeah, between $8,000 and $9,000 each. Very, very cool. Novos, really good. These guys are doing some awesome things. Truthfully though, if I was going to buy a replica of the Enterprise. I think this is pretty close. I would not mind picking up that. But I wonder if I can get it a little cheaper than $9 because I'm not making nearly enough money to justify that. Anyway, very cool. Anobos. The prop store really does have some amazing things. This is like a screen-used Terminator. That is crazy.
Would you like to enter our free giveaway? Sure. Just need to scan your barcode.
It's like 10 feet tall, this guy.
Good luck to you, man. Thank you. We only scan winners, right? That's the truth of it. No one has won without being scanned, so there's some truth to that. Part of the battle, yeah.
This is Han Solo's jacket from The Empire Strikes Back. The one he wore in Cloud City. The goggles he wore in the stomach of the space alien. There's Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher. Magical moment. These things are all on auction. It's pretty crazy. Here are all the helmets from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. I will be honest with you, I did not like these designs. They all look like Guyver units. Tell me I'm wrong, guys. Go ahead, tell me. They all look like Guyver units, especially this one. This one looks like the Guyver. But I have to admit, they are actually kind of cool looking. There's some more memorabilia. Harrison Ford's Indiana Jones hat. I think that's from Platoon, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, it's actually Saving Private Ryan. Kruger's sword. Man, that is so awesome. And the sword from The Princess Bride. Very, very cool. Oh, there's a Theoden sword from Lord of the Rings. And this one is... Oh, it's Brad Pitt's sword from Troy. Achilles. Love weapons. There's the first Captain America shield before it got painted. I think that's a Stargate Raw's helmet, I think. It's the alien head. I'm thinking that's Wes Craven's Nightmare. Two replicas from the original. Actually, these are actually supposedly screen used. Hey, there's the photograph of Marty McFly and his brother and sister disappearing. An original sketch of the DeLorean. These are really cool stuff. Jason and Freddy memorabilia. This was Schwarzenegger's jacket from the Terminator. Oh wow, now that's cool. It's the crystal from Superman 1 and 2. How much is that? That's actually something... Oh my god. Almost 10 grand. That's crazy. Really awesome stuff.
Yeah. Alright.
And some other costumes. Oh, sorry. Edward Scissorhands. One of the apes from Christopher Reeves. The true Superman, I gotta tell you. I think that's from Rogue One. It's Jin Erso's costume. And that's another Rogue One costume. Cassian Andor. And there's the first Captain America. Pretty much when he went into the field the first time.
Should I put it on your Christmas list?
So, Prop Star, still bringing in all the great props. So, Steven Universe is a pretty big deal these days. Look at the size of this booth. Cartoon Network is really pushing Steven Universe. This display is pretty neat too. We got a lot of big crystals. We're definitely in one of the caves. And they have all their signature weapons here, so I'm going to take the opportunity to actually take a few pictures. So these are pretty cool. They actually have created props from the show, which you can take a photograph on the green screen. I'm going to imagine you get to see yourself with the cast. It's going to be pretty neat. The Steven Universe props, very cool installation by Cartoon Network. You basically stand on your green screen, you pick a prop, and you get your photo taken. Then they'll email it to you on your email. I will obviously be showing you my wonderful photo which I took. Yeah, a lot of experiential things happening here at Comic-Con, which is really great. Looks like a new Legacy Wars.
Do you like the game?
Oh, it looks like they're going to be adding some Saban characters to a fighting game. That's kind of neat. They're calling it Legacy Wars. Actually, I think I heard about this. It's definitely a Capcom-made game. To win prizes, obviously. Very cool. Megazords. You gotta love these guys. Definitely not a Street Fighter type game. It's got Street Fighter characters in it, but the mechanics are very, very different. Yeah, you spend energy in order to fight, so not exactly what I would expect from a Capcom game. But still, Lion Gates games, interesting, very interesting. So I'm back at Toynami, and I wish I knew about these guys years ago because they're bringing out some really cool retro stuff. I missed out on their Voltron line, which arguably was one of the cooler releases they had. But you know what? They keep bringing back cool things. Like they have Mega Man Fully Charged here. Not a character design I'm really fond of, but it's kind of neat. But they also have a lot of cool mech stuff. These are really neat toy figures. A bunch of collectibles. The detailing is really nice. I've never heard of Acid Rain World, but it does look pretty neat. I wonder if it's based off of a video game or something. We can see some more of their line, like Bleach, Naruto. Man, you can't get enough Naruto these days. This is pretty crazy. Some Sanrio stuff. Well, for those of you guys who don't know what Sanrio is, it's all My Little Hello Kitties. Been going for years. It's like little capsulettes and like maquettes, I guess. Little scenes that are happening. Oh, they have Kettlebell too.
Gotten everything they wanted.
That's funny. They also have some plushies here.
At least you get to.
And some other figures I have no idea what they're associated with. But for me, what's always really nostalgic about Toynami is their line of Veritex, and they're the only ones still doing Robotech, really. I missed out on getting Roy's Veritech. But look at these figures. Like, come on. Who's doing Robotech anymore? This is awesome. I think I showcased some of these before in older videos, but seriously. If you're looking for a taste of nostalgia, Robotech's where it's at. This is the one I missed today. Apparently you can buy it online though. Now these are pretty cool. Very well detailed. I don't think they transform though. They're just literally the jets themselves. Still very cool. That's a neat jacket too. Now these transform. And I just missed out on picking this up. This was the exclusive for today. I wouldn't mind picking one of these up either. And these are the ones that interest me the most right now. Look at the sculpting on some of these characters. Really cool. Minmei's face actually looks decent. Most of the times when you see action figures from a certain line, they just look kind of weak, but these ones are okay. Max looks pretty cool. Roy actually looks pretty neat too. Rick looks okay. And Mira's looking pretty badass herself. So there's something else. The entire set today, and I think I'll pick one up. Very, very cool. I couldn't resist. I had to pick it up. Those figures are really awesome, and because you just don't see too many great Macross or Robotech toys anymore. It's gonna make for a good video, I think. Anyway, Toynami, guys. Alright, so I'm not a WWE fan. I grew up a long time ago, and back when the WWF was where it was at. But I had to stop by and pay homage to this. Check this out. This is a life-size replica of Andre the Giant. And I really hate to say, I really hate that old style logo. It's missing the F. But I'll forgive it this time because Andre is awesome. I'm gonna have to take a picture with this guy. Huge. Well, another day, day one at Comic-Con comes to an end. Had a few, well, victories, I guess, but mostly failures, to be honest with you. Anyway, I'm going to be here first thing in the morning. I don't think David wants to come first thing in the morning. I think he's had enough. But I'm going to try, see what I can come up with. All right, guys. See you later.